Hey guys, so it's September now and winter's right around the corner. So let's go over what to put in your truck for winter. That way you're prepared for whenever it hits. I know here where I'm from, it'll go from 80 degrees to one day you'll need a full-blown jacket and coat and everything. So first thing we're going to go over is tires. If you ever get any snow or freezing temperatures, these Goodyear Wrangler Duratracs really do a good job on keeping the traction whenever there's a little bit of snow. Mud terrain tires usually won't, and these are an all-terrain. So the reason why terrain tires don't is because with just a little bit of snow, there's not really a whole lot for them big lugs to grab onto, and they'll sit there and spin. They do great if you have real deep snow, but these do good pretty much all year round. Next thing, you're gonna need some boots. So let's take a look in the back and I'll show you what we got going on there. So these are muck boots. They're the wetland kind, and they're pretty old and beat up, but they still get the job done. Whenever, say if you get stuck on the side of the road, or if one of your buddies does and you got to pull him out, you're going to want a pair of boots that aren't going to get your feet wet, and they'll keep you dry and warm. And now would be the perfect time to go ahead and throw in some of your winter clothes. I got a zip-up hoodie, a Carhartt jacket, and a pair of bib overalls that are they're insulated. And I'll just stick them on the floorboard. Okay, now these actually open up too. And in here, I've got some jumper cables. These are always good to have because you never know if your battery's gonna die or if your buddy's battery's gonna die. So that's where I keep them stashed away right back there, because honestly, I ain't had to use them since I got this truck. And in the other side, I really don't have anything. So back here in the back seat, I got a couple things underneath the seats. The first is a socket set. Now, I realize this ain't really a winter thing, but I think you should always carry a socket set with you. Need something that's loose, needs tightened up. There you go. And another thing, got an impact wrench. And this is an old one that I've had for a long time, but as with the boots, they still work, so I'm not getting a new one. These seats here that I'm sitting on actually fold up, and I've got a lot more stuff in there. Let me put this back. And let's take a look under the seat. It's always nice to have a road atlas, just in case your phone dies and you forgot to bring your charger, or anything really. Anything could happen. So this way, you always know where you're at, where you're going, no matter the circumstance. Let's open these up. First, a tow strap. For obvious reasons, your buddy got stuck again and he needs pulled out because he drives a Ford. And then you want to make sure and have a shackle with it. That way you can connect it. I always like to carry an extra couple carabiners. You can use them for a lot of different things, and never really hurts to have them. An extra set of gloves. These ones are still brand new. The ones that I normally wear are in the front. I've got tape, electrical tape. for my straps. And the reason being, it keeps them nice and tight, and they're easy to organize. Nothing more aggravating than going to get some straps for your trailer and they're just all interwound and tangled and everything. You don't want that. Also like to keep some cordage, and I go through quite a bit because I'll cut down a bunch of limbs or something, then I'll cut up a bunch of cord and tie them all together, stuff like that. Here is some more of them straps. I keep 3 of them in here. This is my antenna because I put on the bullet antenna. Oh, and this goes along with the impact wrench. It's all my different sockets, all the sizes. And then I just stick one of those magnet tire pressure gauges to it. And then this is obviously the stuff to jack up your vehicle and put a new tire on. So that should come with your vehicle unless the manufacturer decided to put a can of Fix-A-Flat in your vehicle. Happened to my brother. They didn't even give him a spare. They just did Fix-A-Flat. I think that's a little messed up. All right, let's move up to the front seat now. All right, so we'll start out with this. These are my normal gloves that I was talking about. And they're lined. As you can see, the lined ones are the best, I think, because they keep your hands warm, but they're still breathable. But then I got my registration and stuff in there. And here, I keep my GoPro case, some paperwork for work, and a roll of toilet paper, because you're gonna need to blow your nose, and I don't get enough napkins from McDonald's. So we opted for the toilet paper. In here, I keep some Allegra because I got allergies pretty bad. And then all my chargers. I got a seatbelt cutter, and then it also doubles as a utility knife. I've got a multi-tool. This is the Leatherman Wingman, I believe. No, this is the Sidekick. Leatherman Sidekick I keep in here. And I've got a flashlight. This is an O-light. It's the MR2 Pro in blue. And I like this light a lot. I keep it in this because I've tried keeping it in my pocket before, and it'll go off if I turn the wrong way because it's got a tail switch on it. And then whenever it's lit up at the high setting, then you're gonna burn a hole in your leg, and it hurts. Now we'll take that out of there. I keep a pair of binoculars in here because along with wintertime comes hunting season. And if you're like me, you don't really have a whole lot of time to hunt, but I still like looking at the animals. So if I see one off in the distance, I can grab these and I can look at it. I keep a face mask, and this is for warmth, not for the COVID. And it's not a real thick one, but it still helps. It keeps all that air that you're breathing. Your lungs will actually heat up your face, if that makes any sense at all. Got a couple of walkie-talkies. You might be taking a trip with somebody and you want to talk to each other and you don't want to you don't want to have your cell phone on the whole time. Great for that. They've also got the NOAA weather in them. So these are the Cobra Micro Talk. And I believe they're waterproof and all that good jazz. I keep some Tums in here for the heartburn. Some working hands, because we use a lot of alcohol at work. We do, and it really dries out my hands and they start cracking and bleeding, and so I keep that for that. There's a charger for the radios, a knife sharpener, and some extra blades for the utility knife. And then I also keep a crescent wrench in here. So now that we've talked about all that, this is like your basic setup that you would want. And I think that you need to go a little bit more in depth. I have a get home bag in the back. So the next video will be on how to set up that. And that's for more of your, I'm stranded, can't get a hold of anybody, or it's going to be a long time before they get to me type of situation. So stay tuned for that one, and hope you guys have a good day. Thank you.